Great shot! Perfect shot!
So this is a tough shot here because I can't mess up the adjustment as it could go into the rough, so I'm slightly under adjusting.
Perfect shot!
Like with that wind, it could push the ball
Done.
of the club. So, you know, you have to kind of be pretty exact because if you over adjust, you're in a rough with a difficult long chip there too.
Great shot!
I was just talking about there with clip the rough, and that's going to be a really difficult chip. This green has a lot of slope to it. Yeah, so he's got to adjust 12 wind here. This green has a decent amount of slope and it's pure crosswind, so I mean, it definitely something that, you know, a player like this should make, but you know, it's not a, you know, not a chip that's going to be guaranteed.
Eagle!
This shootout I just don't have down at all. I mean, this will be a bit more difficult with him with 15.5 crosswind. He's adjusting. Let's see. He's definitely adjusting about, I think he did about plus 20%. That might be a bit of an over adjustment, and then the curl against it too. Really, a lot depends on the side spin.
Perfect shot!
It's a shot that hopefully I should beat. Again, it's my first game today there. So it's almost pure cross. I'm gonna do close to 2 backspin with this wind. I'm gonna go slightly over, add about 10% to it, so I'm gonna adjust just over 14.
Perfect shot.
I think this should be good. Wow. Yep, close enough. I just don't have this, only playing a couple games here today. I'm gonna watch some of the football games and got some work to do before tomorrow. I just don't have this, Okay. This 13.3 is not enough, in my opinion, to try and go over this. So this shot is pretty much exact adjustments. A bit of curl against that wind. And that's a bad shot.
Great shot.
Should still be fine though. Oh, too much topspin. But I've had some instances hitting the rock and then the ball just shooting sideways into the rough. So that just, bad shot, I guess. Too much topspin there. Not sure what this guy's exactly doing here. No need to allow a purchased ball with this.
Great shot.
So this shot, I'm gonna play overpowered, and I have a fair bit to work with on each side. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more room here. So this should give me plenty here. I play at about 8 for the rings on the Nirvana.
Great shot.
This is going uphill some, so I find that it cleared the rough there. I was playing that a bit safe, knowing that the back or the headwind was gonna really help the backspin on that shot, and there's a little bit of a safety wall with the slope in the back of the pin here too, so I just wanted to play it safe and go to shootout. Guys like this are like what Playdemic must just love, with pulling out one of these Power 4 wind
Great
balls
shot.
in a hole that's not needed. This account I haven't made a whole lot of purchases on. A couple of the good deals I've purchased, like the dead ball eyeball combo, I unfortunately bought the season 1s right before that combo came out because I had had very few dead balls left at that point from because I ended up winning that that Christmas tournament that gave globes out. So, you know, I've never really had to buy a this Christmas tournament last year, I never had to buy any of the Win Zero Power 5.
Birdie.
Good luck to him. Yeah. I feel like I get this one so much and I just can't get it down. It's gonna be another tough one with you know, pretty strong, you know, about 45-degree wind, maybe a little bit slightly more into the crosswind. Not quite sure why. Yeah, I was gonna say if he was playing up there, that's not a shot that I would recommend because you basically have to adjust and hit perfect. You have no room for error. So, and he's moving back even further. I played that last one about 1 point. We've got no time. I played that last one about 1 point, 1 2/3 or 1 3/4. This has a bit more tail. If he doesn't forfeit and lets me get the shot off, I'll play just over 2. I like this spot from plus 10 yards. I find at least, well, I don't play this hole very good, but I find that this landing spot is nice. So 7, 14, about there. Go back a little bit for the tail. Let's see if I can actually like land this one decently. Great shot.
Great shot.
Oh. But no, this one, if you can get that everything slopes off. I mean, you go a yard past the pin, you're going behind. Either side, you're going to either side. I find the right side is better to miss on because you typically end a little bit closer to the pin than the left side with how it slopes off. This dude beat me yesterday in a shootout by like 0.004 yards. It was really weird because my shot said 0.88 yards away and his shot said 0.89 yards away. Yet when it went down
Great
to
shot.
the third digit, he had a closer shot than me. A decent place to put that down. You either have a max wedge or minimum short iron. Do I want to play? No. So I'm gonna try to go max curl. With this wind, I don't think I need to do a hook shot.
Great shot.
Hopefully I don't clip this rough. Let's see how this works. Clip.
Nice on.
Almost too much power. I barely like hit the fairway there. That shot, like, you have to clip the rough there or you're going way over the green.
Perfect shot. Eagle.
This is going to be a tough adjustment because, you know, he's going to be probably down into whatever his wood is, if it's yeah, the kata there. So, you know, you have to somewhat visualize this with no ball line or know how the bounce is going to react, and he's adjusted quite a bit. This play is over. I add about 20%.
Perfect shot.
That's going to take almost a perfect shot to beat, especially with this wind. So I'm going to look to land right here. I'm going to add some extra backspin because of the wind. 12.2, here's 6.5, 13.5, a little bit extra, since I said I play it about plus 20%.
Perfect
So
shot.
that works out. Too much, or too, well, this thing. Yep. I was probably about 2 rings over adjusted. 13. Yeah, it's actually the little extra after I did the puck and then the kata adjustment there. I guess I just went over because I was about plus 10% and then adjusted maybe 2.5 more rings there. So just a bad adjustment there. Yeah, see, I still have a ton of snow globes left on this one. This one, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to reach this here. I'm going to give it a shot, though. I'm either barely going to be able to reach the bottom part of that fairway, or I'm going to clip the rough.
Perfect shot.
That'll help. Or with that significant headwind, you can play that to the other side. It sets up you have to do a power slice to actually be able to get onto the green. This guy, if he's using Kingmaker, likely is not going to be able to hit the little patch there. As you can see with my shot, I barely hit that. Not sure if I've had
Perfect shot.
chat set up on this YouTube stream. That's the first time I don't have chat set up and I have to figure out how to do that, or I just don't have the notifications on the DU recorder set up right now. Play a little bit of backspin on this because of the amount of tailwind. So from right there, that's about 7 to the end of my aim. I'm gonna play it like, I'm gonna take 1 yard off that because of the significant tailwind.
Perfect shot.
Needed a little bit more backspin. I'd rather be on the French wind. And then, you know, having to visualize the, you know, where it's gonna land because you're further back. I think this guy actually, he could have a shot of making the green with, but probably not enough topspin with the Guardian. Just depends how much this wind gives him here.
Perfect shot.
If he had the right spin on that, he might have been able to kind of play that slope down the hill and actually get on the green, but he was a bit too far to the left. Check my landing zone. 12.8. Very short ship. Go right edge.
Great shot. Great.
Probably play 1 to 2 more with this game starting now.
Great shot. Great shot. Nice on.
I think I'm gonna demote myself. Yeah, I got room to play 1 more, or win 1 more. So, yeah, this account, I mean, I haven't bought much on. All these were won. I bought the dead ball package, but still got a fair amount of balls in that tournament too. Bought this package, and then I must have bought 40 of the jewel balls, so not a ton spent here. I mean, most of it is just winnings off tournaments. So it's, you know, some people, get rid of these two. Some people wonder if, you know, all of it is just buying special balls. Like this account, definitely haven't bought much on. Daggy. Good luck to Daggy. This is going to this side. Wins. I haven't played this shot much, so I'm not entirely sure about the topspin. I'm gonna play a little bit more curl. I don't like to avoid going into the bunker with an adjustment if I can. I over-adjusted that one because of the significant wind.
Great shot.
Great. 1 ring to the right. I've only played it on the left side here once. I find that the angle to the pin is much better than playing where Dag is playing, because he's guaranteed to
Great
hit
shot.
the rough and roll. The other issue is the second fairway from that. But the other issue there is, depending on how far you go, oh wow, this is a really strong headwind here too. The other issue is if you're a little bit left, the roll on that fairway can push you into the rough on the left side. I'm doing a little bit of spin to the left because of how the wind is likely going to affect this ball.
Perfect shot.
This makes the fairway. Yep, got it. This is still a difficult chip from here. You got a little bit of elevation change on the screen, and you know, it's just a lengthy wedge shot. And you can see Daggy has no shot at getting to that fairway. He can try the bounce over. With the Pak 7, you should be able to hit this bounce over. The bounce is going to be compressed by the wind. He's going to have to overpower this as well to... he's actually underpowered.
Great shot!
There. Another really difficult shot. You can see the elevation change there. Recent tournament, this is where everyone was ending up, and it's just difficult adjustment here. So 12.8. I'm going about 8 rings here, maybe a little bit too much. I think I got it down to 7.
Great shot!
Okay, about adjusted 8 there and then moved it back to 7. Not a whole lot of, it didn't travel a whole lot long way, or didn't travel much distance in the air, so you know, you don't need a ton of adjustment there, but you basically don't have much room for error with how that ball slopes. You can't really line up to give yourself room for error with the wind the way it was and the slope of the green. This is a tough shot here. Not really sure what the Falcon accuracy
Perfect
is,
shot!
as I've never really used it. Back down into the hole, I don't think he is. You know, just have a couple accounts to play, so in the tournament next week, so I don't want to have to, you know, have to win a bunch of games while getting all the tournament games in too. I got a busy week at work coming up, so thanks for those who turned in. I'll stream a little bit more this week with some qualifying and opening round, likely maybe some T12 as well.